Science has failed us. The church has failed us. Our political systems are broken. The news outlets are rigged. We must doubt and question everything. We live in the year 2018, and people are still suffering of tooth decay. I am saddened when my grandmother says that she wants to know what's happening in the world by turning on the news. Do people not lie? Do we ourselves not lie sometimes? Then how can we logically think that political parties don't lie, that churches don't lie? But I am here to talk about how to get rid of cavities once and for all. And it all starts with what we eat. Tigers cannot eat grass. Their teeth are made for tearing flesh, for cutting through the thick layers of mane and other things that animals have. A cow cannot eat meat. The cow has teeth to chew, specifically grass. Birds eat seeds or grain because they have no teeth. You see, grain, when chewed, has a certain acid that destroys, that it rots our teeth. Naturally, we were not supposed to eat grains of any kind. And I am not going to say that I believe in evolution. I am not going to say that I believe in anything, because everything that I believe in is what I made sure, what I checked after questioning everything. So how do we get rid of 100% all of the cavities, and we put all dentists out of work? The first thing we do is to get rid of fluoride in our toothpaste. Fluoride is not helping our teeth. It is destroying our teeth. I was checking to see the toxicity of fluoride in a child, a small child who weighs 15 kilos. It takes 75 milligrams for that child to potentially die. Just to get a picture, in 1 gram there is 1,000 milligrams. 75 milligrams is very little. Fluoride is very dangerous. The labels tell you do not ingest the toothpaste. Then what are we doing washing our teeth with fluoride? What are we doing with fluoride in our water? It does not help us. Okay, number 2. I have a picture of a silverback gorilla here. This one is from a particular zoo. This poor animal was caged and subsequently died in. But the reason why I have this poor animal in this picture is because we need to see what our ancestors ate, and we need to imitate. Because if we don't, then we will continue suffering of all of these diseases that modern science cannot cure or cannot prevent, like cavities. You see, there's a man, when I was doing my research on cavities, a dentist, an honest dentist, Weston Price. He studied Africans and native Amazonians, Indians, and these people had no cavities. These people did not eat grains. They ate what a wild man eats: meat and other things. And he tested different groups, and the people that were eating cereals, which is what almost everybody eats for breakfast nowadays, they got the most cavities. The people who ate the bread, the pancakes. I'm not saying that they were eating candies like they tell us, even though it is true, candies give us cavities because they have sugar. But I am expanding this to help people understand that pasta is equally detrimental to our teeth. Spaghetti, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that in nature our teeth were not meant to eat grains. Grains are to be eaten by birds that don't have teeth. You see, a cow cannot eat meat, otherwise it gets mad cow disease. A tiger cannot eat grass, and we humans are not supposed to be eating grains. Also, if we ever ate some fruit, then it wouldn't have been as sugary as fruits are now. Also, fruits most likely would have been half or 2/3 eaten by insects. So who knows exactly if we would have eaten fruit. Then you might say, well, our teeth are not as sharp as that of a tiger. I know. And most likely our teeth were most likely our ancestors with our set of teeth ate the soft organs of an animal that was probably already killed. So maybe we were scavengers, or maybe we used tools to kill an animal and then eat the soft parts, the softer parts. But definitely our teeth cannot tear through the flesh. But we were eating meat, and that is what we're supposed to eat. You see, I know there's a lot of vegan vegetarian movements, but there's also research that shows that a person no longer eating protein from animal loses brain capacity. The brain shrinks. So if you want to be dumber, go ahead, eat what you're not supposed to. And if you want to live in this world as healthy as possible, then eat what you're supposed to eat. A cow feels no remorse when it kills a flower, and the flower is alive. Or when it uproots a happy carrot from the ground. And the vegetable is also alive. Maybe in our limited minds we think that a vegetable feels no pain, or a leaf feels no pain when separated from the rest of the plant. But they are alive, and they are cut off the rest of the being when this happens. So while we figured out a way how to have a proper diet without what we are supposed to eat, which is meat, go ahead and eat it. And I know what you're going to say in your head, that you can get protein from a plant-based. Well, it turns out that plant-based protein is not the same as animal-based protein. Your body cannot absorb the nutrients in the same way. This is the reason why when you eat chicken and when you eat beef, you realize that it tastes very different, because it is not the same. And it is not the same when you eat a vegetable that supposedly has also proteins. Can you survive eating only vegetables? Yes, you can survive, but you will be deficient. Your brain will shrink. Is this going to be 100% true for every human? No, because we are not all alike. Some humans, like very few, will be okay on a vegan diet. The majority will not. What about vegetarian diet? There will be a higher percentage because they will be eating cheese or milk, which will provide them with animal protein. But the majority of people are supposed to eat meat. That is just who we are. This silverback gorilla has immense muscles. It is said that with one hand it can crush a human skull. Gorillas eat a lot of protein. They eat a lot of insects while they are foraging. In fact, the protein amount that they eat from insects is mind-boggling. And this is most likely the reason why they are completely all muscles. You can Google the amount. I forget. I read it the other day and I was shocked about it. So, what happens when you eat what you're supposed to and you do not eat bread? Okay, maybe you eat bread once a week, every once in a while. Most likely that will not destroy your teeth. And you will have no cavities. You will have good health. A lot of these diseases that are plaguing us will disappear. Most likely, the fat around our bellies will be non-existent and we will all have six-packs. I am conducting this experiment on myself, but I have to say that it is difficult not to consume sugar, because almost everything in our society has sugar. You buy a yogurt and it has sugar, even though it's supposed to be like the healthy kind. I have lost a lot of the weight around my waist, but I still don't have a six-pack. I will keep everyone informed, and as always, love to all. May we bring heaven on earth to all.